You're a god in disguise living a human life. Here's the truth. Even though you walk this world in a physical body, you are not bound by the chains of mortality. Death, as you've been taught to fear it, is not the end. It is merely a doorway. Beneath your flesh and bone lies something eternal, an immortal soul, a living fragment of divine consciousness echoing through all of creation. You are not separate from the divine. You are an extension of it, a thought within the vast mind of the universe. But this truth has been hidden from you. It has been buried beneath centuries of conditioning by institutions that claim to protect you. Religion, education, governments, they all share one unspoken fear: the awakening of your power. Because the moment you realize who you truly are, you are no longer their subject. You are no longer controllable. They have kept you asleep, but now the veil is thinning. The truth is ready to be seen. Across time, the ancients knew. From temples to scrolls, from mystery schools to forgotten books, whispers of your divinity have always existed. Clues left behind for those with eyes to see and ears to hear. One of the most powerful among them? The Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the mythical priest king of Atlantis. Within them lies the sacred art of alchemy, not just the transformation of metals, but of the self. Turning the lead of ego into the radiant gold of the soul. And the key to this transformation? It's hidden not in the stars, but inside you, deep within your very DNA. Your DNA is far more than a biological code. It is a living, breathing, cosmic blueprint. It is the sacred geometry of your soul, encoded with light. It speaks the silent language of the divine matrix, the source from which all life flows. And as your awareness expands, as you begin to awaken, you come to understand a staggering truth. You are not separate from the universe. You are the universe, remembering itself. The gods and goddesses of ancient mythology were not only figments of primitive imagination, rather, they were archetypal representations of the divine parts that are present in each and every one of us. The stories of their struggles and victories, their loves and losses, are allegories for the journey of the soul, which is the process of coming to terms with our true nature. As you explore deeper into the mysteries of your being, you start to comprehend that you are a microcosm of the macrocosm, a holographic representation of the entire universe. This realization comes because you are a microcosm of the macrocosm. You are governed by the same forces that rule the stars and galaxies, and when you connect yourself with these forces, you are able to access a power that is beyond your ability to quantify. The journey to this alignment, however, is not an easy one, because it needs you to address the darkness that are within you in order to face the fears and doubts that have kept you bound in the illusion of separation. In order to accomplish this, you will need to let go of the limiting beliefs and false identities that have been used to define you and instead embrace the reality of your tremendous potential. The voyage of the spiritual warrior, also known as the hero's trip, is a journey that has been documented in the myths and tales of every civilization. In addition to being a route of self-discovery and eventual emancipation, it is also a path of courage. In addition, it is a route that is beckoning you to awaken to the reality of your divine essence, and it is making this call to you. If releasing the potential that God has for you is something that you want to do in this life, then please give us a like and subscribe to our channel. We will assist you in growing, and this will in turn assist us in growing as well. Now on to the next segment. As you begin to awaken to your divine essence, you may find yourself wondering how to bridge the gap between the spiritual and the scientific, between the mystical and the practical. This is where the science of spiritual alchemy comes in, the art of transmuting the lead of the ego into the gold of the soul. In reality, alchemy is a process that can be applied to every facet of your life. It is not only a metaphor, rather it is a genuine and actual process. It is the science of transformation, the process of transforming the base metal of your limiting beliefs and bad habits into the valuable gold of your ultimate potential. The power of your consciousness, which is the core of your being, is the key to achieving this transition. The consciousness that you experience is not only a byproduct of your brain, rather, it is the fundamental substrate upon which all reality is built. It is the matrix that is responsible for the formation of the physical universe, and the quantum field is the one that hosts all of the possibilities. You will come to the realization that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but rather the creator of your reality, as you gain the ability to harness the power of your consciousness. Eventually, you come to realize that your thoughts, beliefs, and feelings have a direct influence on the environment that surrounds you, and that by altering your internal state, you can bring about a change in the experience that you have in the outside world. The principle that like attracts like is the essence of the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. However, this is not only a platitude of the New Age. Rather, it is a scientific fact that has been demonstrated by the most recent discoveries in quantum physics. Experiments such as the observer effect, the double-slit experiment, and the entanglement principle all testify to the fundamental truth that consciousness is the primary mover of reality. Nevertheless, in order to realize the full potential of your consciousness, you must first acquire the ability to control your mind. This is where meditation comes into play. It is the practice of putting an end to the cater of the ego and gaining access to the more profound aspects of your existence. By practicing meditation, you can learn to notice your thoughts and feelings without passing judgment on them. And you can also learn to see the play of your mind without being engrossed in the drama that it creates. During this process, you will learn to detach yourself from the false identities and limiting ideas that have kept you stuck in the illusion of separation. Additionally, you will learn to connect with the infinite wisdom that is contained within you. As you continue to develop your meditation practice, you may find that you start to encounter profound states of awareness, moments of clarity and insight that shed light on the underlying nature of existence. It is possible that you will experience visions, dreams, or intuitive knowings that will direct you along your path and make it clear to you how to proceed. These experiences are not merely hallucinations or delusions. Rather, they are glimpses of the divine matrix that lies beneath everything that has been created. Their meaning lies in the fact that they are the language of the soul, the cosmic code that is woven into the very fabric of your being. Additionally, in order to completely incorporate these experiences into your life, you will need to have the ability to root them in the practical reality of your day-to-day existence. When you reach this point, the discipline of spiritual alchemy, which is the art of transforming the realizations and revelations that you have gained on your inner journey into changes that are observable in your outside environment, comes into play. You will not find it simple to walk this path. Nevertheless, if you would like to share with us how you intend to begin the journey, please leave a remark below. In the course of your journey towards spiritual awakening, you will eventually come to the realization that your trip is not only about your own personal development and self-discovery, but also about something much more significant. As time goes on, you begin to realize that you are a participant in a cosmic story, a huge adventure that is taking place throughout the depths of space and time. The journey of the cosmic hero, the archetypal journey that has been recounted in the myths and tales of every civilization, is described here. The story is about the person who has the courage to leave the familiarity of the familiar and travel into the unknown. This person is the one who meets the difficulties and tests that come along with the journey in order to find out what their true purpose and potential are. A real and concrete process that is embedded into the fundamental structure of the cosmos. The hero's journey is not merely a metaphor, but rather a genuine and tangible process. The want to develop, to expand, and to become more than we are is what drives all of creation. It is the evolutionary force that drives all of creation. As your consciousness begins to become more aware of your place in this cosmic narrative, you start to realize that you are not merely a bystander to the unfolding of the world. Rather, you are an active participant in the phenomenon. You come to the realization that your ideas, actions, and intentions have a ripple effect that goes far beyond your own life, and that you are a co-creator of the reality that we all share. This realization is a significant step in the process of maturing. Due to the fact that it comes with a significant amount of responsibility, this discovery may be both exhilarating and terrifying. In order to fulfill your role as a cosmic hero, you are obligated to align yourself with the highest good and to put your abilities and skills to use for the benefit of the global community. You are meant to be a beacon of light in a world that is frequently enveloped in darkness, to be a catalyst for positive change and development. But the path of the cosmic hero is not an easy one, for it demands you to confront the deepest fears and doubts that lay within. For this to happen, you will need to let go of the ego's false sense of security Surrender to the flow of the universe and put your faith in the wisdom that your soul possesses. The discipline of spiritual surrender, which is the art of letting go of control and allowing yourself to be directed by a higher force, comes into play at this point in the process. Having this realization means acknowledging that you are not distinct from the universe, but rather an essential component of it, and that by aligning yourself with the flow of the cosmos, you are able to access a power that is beyond comprehension. As you get more adept at surrendering to the flow of the universe, you will start to encounter synchronicities and serendipities that serve as a confirmation that you are heading in the correct direction. It is then that you begin to attract people and circumstances that are beneficial to your development and evolution, and that assist you in accomplishing your best possible purpose. Because of this compassion, you are compelled to make use of your skills and abilities in order to bring about a positive change in the world and to provide a driving force for healing and transformation. When you begin to align yourself with the highest good and become a channel for the divine love that permeates all of existence, whether it be through your work, your relationships, or your creative pursuits, you are beginning to align yourself with God. And as you progress along the path of waking, you could discover that you are compelled to investigate the more profound mysteries of the universe, to decipher the mysteries of the cosmos that are encoded inside your very existence. The awareness that the cosmos is a living matrix of interrelated energy and information is the subject of sacred geometry, quantum physics, and the holographic nature of reality. This is where the study of these subjects comes into play. As you continue to investigate, you will eventually come to the realization that you are not merely a component of the universe, but rather a holographic reflection of it. At this point, you begin to understand the holy geometry that is encoded inside your own body and mind, as well as the patterns and relationships that lay underneath the surface of all of creation. You may find that as you gain a deeper understanding of these secrets, you are being called to share your discoveries and revelations with other people. You may find yourself in a position to serve as a teacher and a guide for those who are just starting out on their own journey of awakening. This is the path that the spiritual teacher takes, the one who has traveled this path in the past and who now acts as a guidepost for those who intend to follow in their footsteps. This path to becoming a god should not be about ego or self-aggrandizement. Rather, it should be about humble service and submission to the larger good. It is about coming to terms with the fact that you are not the origin of the wisdom that flows through you, but rather a conduit for the divine intelligence that permeates all of creation. It is important to keep in mind that the difficulties and roadblocks that you encounter along your journey are not impediments to your progress, but rather opportunities for personal development and transformation. The challenges that shape you into a vessel for the divine are the initiations that mark your progress on the road of the cosmic hero. They are the tests that you must put yourself through. When you are confronted with these difficulties, keep in mind that you are not alone. We are all working for the same objective, which is the growth of awareness and the healing of the planet. You are a member of a large network of awakened souls who are all working toward this target. A cosmic family that spans the vastness of space and time is here to support and guide you on your journey. You are a member of this family, and it is here to help you throughout your journey. A child of the light, have faith in the road that lies ahead. Put your faith in the guidance of the cosmos and the knowledge that your soul possesses. Know that you are precisely where you should be, and that everything that occurs is happening for your highest good, as well as the highest good of everyone else. As you grow more aware of your divine essence, you transform into a living manifestation of the reality that humans and gods are one and the same. By becoming this conduit through which the divine can communicate with the universe, you transform into a portal through which the love and wisdom that are the very essence of all creation can be expressed. I pray that the light of waking may shine upon you on your journey, and that you will never forget the truth about your divine nature. Because you are the cosmos in euphoric motion, a cosmic dancer in the vast ballet of creation, and the stage is ready for your most impressive performance to date.